Hey everybody, I'm Jake Harris. We've just rolled into Valley Head. I could not be more excited. This is such a tradition-rich area. It seems like there's so much heart involved in just the stadium and the atmosphere that we're walking into. It's not even game day. It's Wednesday, and I could not be more pumped. You've got the Valley Head logo down there on the far end, on the back behind the field goal. It's fantastic. I love this. The players run out of a rock statue, or a little rock cave-looking thing, and they've got end zone turf planted from the old field back where they won the '84 state championship. The team that was playing on that, they've got that end zone turf that the players run between, so very tradition rich. But my favorite part is this sign right here. This is fantastic. As you can see, I'm looking at, I believe, 14 playoff appearances since 1986. Since 1967 would be the lowest one. Now we're looking at 3 state runner-ups and 1 state title. It's been 28 years. Is this the year that Valley Head gets it back? They're 6-0 up until this point. Donahoe gave them their best test, but that was not really a close game, 20-12, but that last 12 points came late in the game. Valley Head is on a hot streak right now, and I personally can't wait to see what they do Friday night against Jacksonville Christian Thunder. We're going to get the interview with Coach Rusty Higdon here in just 1 second. Hello once again, everyone. I am Jake Harris here with head coach Rusty Higdon. We're in Valley Head, the place I've been looking forward to coming to all season after hearing all the scores. 4th-year head coach. You've been here 9 total years. You're assistant coach a little bit before then. Tell us a little bit about your run through these 9 years and how you bumped yourself up to head coach and how you got in kind of the position you're in now.
Well, when I first came to Valley Head, Coach Heath Kirby was coaching, and I think that was 2006, and we had a pretty good year that year. And then the next year, our second year here, 2007, I think Tyler Harrison and a bunch of group right there, there's a bunch of kids that could play. And I think we was region champs in 2007, and I think we made the second round of playoffs and had a real great run that year. And then we had some good years after that. And as time went on, Coach Kirby, he stepped down, and then I was able to kind of just step in and take over, and we had low numbers those years. I think we started out with a bunch, and then several of them decided not to play, and I think we ended up having about 16 players the first year, and 2 of those got hurt, and then it was just a tough year. We played with 14 kids on the sideline, and it was just a tough year, and I think we went 3-7, and we managed to get by. Those kids just fought through some hard times and made it through it, and then after that I think we went 3-7 my second year, and then last year we kind of started coming over the hump. Started out 0-3, and we run off 5 in a row, and played Collinsville real tough last year and Section tough at the end, and felt like we was turning it around, kind of getting it going back the way we wanted it to. And then this year, a lot of those guys that's been taking those lumps over that time that I've been here had really grown up, and now they're playing this year, and we're 6-0 and just exciting. So,
well, the excitement is definitely spread all the way throughout the county. Like I said, we talk about you guys every week. You know, the scores that you guys are producing. You guys have, on average, outscored your opponents 37-9. Is your offense just that explosive? You've been playing against some weak defenses.
Well, I don't know. We're not that explosive. We run the football a whole lot. I think we got about 2,500 yards on the year as far as total offense, and I think about 2,000 of those been on the ground. So, you know, we're not real explosive. We just kind of run it, and you make first downs and take care of the football really well, and we're able to score. And that's about it.
Well, now you have Jacksonville Christian coming into town this week, and it's going to be a big game for you. You know, they have a quarterback that has produced some massive numbers, especially last week. He's up for, I believe, WQSB Player of the Week this week. Their quarterback, number 22, I believe he said 492 yards total last week, produced 5 touchdowns, 280 of those yards on the ground. Is your defense ready to handle a quarterback of that stature?
Well, we've been working on it real hard this week, and I been talking to the kids that you better wrap up and hang on and hope for somebody to come in and help you, because you know, he's kind of one of those quarterbacks that he goes back, he can throw it well, he can run it well. He's kind of like what Alabama had to deal with there with Manziel a few weeks back, but he's just hard to hem up, and when they get a hold of him, he can break tackles and make plays. So he's going to be hard to keep out of the end zone, and nobody's been able to do that yet. So that's kind of a challenge for us to You know, just try to keep him hemmed up the very best we can.
Well, I think we all know how that Alabama-Texas A&M game turned out, too. So maybe that puts you guys in a good position mentally. But as of today, the Alabama High School Athletics Association puts you guys at number 5 in the state. Now, that to me, I've been around Valley Head for quite some time, and the last state championship was in 1984. Do you believe number 5 is a fair ranking? Do you feel like you guys should be higher or lower?
Oh, well, I think it's just as fair as anybody else. It's, 6-0, and you know, that ranking stuff, it really don't matter when we play Jacksonville on Friday night. You know, that it really don't matter. So if we can get by this next team, we'll just keep playing. You know, the ranking stuff, to me, I don't really even think nothing about it. You told me today, and I didn't really have a clue. But
well, that's our job to research that kind of thing.
Right.
So, well, I'll tell you what, you played Jacksonville Christian, the Thunder, coming into town this weekend. Who have you played up until this point do you feel like is the closest comparison to Jacksonville State? I'm sure you watch film every week. Do you feel like there's a team that you feel like has been the most consistent with how Jacksonville State plays ball?
Jacksonville Christian.
Jacksonville Christian. I said Jacksonville State.
I hope we're not playing Jacksonville State this week, but but Jacksonville Christian, yes, sir. I don't know. There's not a lot of them that plays quite like that, has the running quarterback. I know that Cedar Bluff's quarterback ran on us a lot and made it tough on us. So hopefully we was able to hem him up and play, and hopefully we can do that with him.
Well, one thing that we noticed in the 1A, you know, there's not really as many schools as there are 2 and 3 and 4, but now you look at it, something like you guys have not really had a break in region action except for the one game on the road against Waterloo. Do you feel like being at home is really going to help you get past this Jacksonville team?
Well, I hope so. I mean, we've been on the road. We was kind of road warriors there off the bat, and 4 out of our first 5 games were away, and we was able to win. So we've been real fortunate. Anytime I feel that you can go on the road and win, you know, you've done well. And these last 4 of the 5 games that we've got at home, I think it's really going to be a big for us because our kids are excited and our community's excited. So we're hoping that we'll continue to play hard each week.
Well, now, I know we've already covered you're a one game at a time kind of coach, and that's something I've got from you, but I got to ask, where do you feel like you guys are going to wind up as far as playoffs go? I mean, I feel like there's no doubt you guys are going to be in the playoffs. Is that something you've even thought about?
Well, we think about it down here. Our kids do. You know, their goal at the beginning of the year was to be region champs, and you know, like I said, we're going to take it one game at a time and see how that works out. And we're setting good right now at this point, but you know, we got 3 region games left to go, so you know, anything can happen. You know, we've won 5 games, so it looks like, by just looking at that stuff, that we'll be in the playoffs. I mean, it's real possible we're going to be in the playoffs, but as far as where we end up, that's going to be up to how these boys play.
Well, you heard it here, one game at a time, and that's exactly what Valley Head's been doing. They've been outscoring their opponents by an average of 37-9. We expect this week to be no different, at least we're hoping anyway. The Valley Head Tigers, coached by 4th-year head coach Rusty Higdon. I'm Jake Harris here in Valley Head, Alabama. Look forward to seeing you guys 6:45 Friday night for a live kickoff against the Jacksonville Christian Thunder. I'm looking forward to it myself. Hope to see you guys there.